Hello everyone, in today's video I am going to be sharing with everyone how exactly to diagnose whether or not my 2001 Hyundai Elantra horn fuse is bad. Now my horn, it's not working. I've tested it through BlueLink, through my Hyundai app, and the horn doesn't honk. So it's not beeping currently at all. So that's not good news. It's a hazard. There was a hazardous situation that I ran into earlier today, and I decided to troubleshoot it myself since I love figuring out issues, and I really don't want to go throughout the hassle of having to make a trip to the dealership. So I have my hood popped already. I actually broke out the owner's manual so I can guide myself to figuring things out, and you can do the same. And all I simply did was turn to the rear appendix of my manual, and I looked up fuses, and I see that it says go to page 9-44. It happens to be towards the back of the book, so I turn to 944. The next page. I'm trying to do this one-handed, so it's a little off, needless to say. And that's where it indicates about fuse, how to check a fuse, normal, so on and so forth. Anyways, they're just different, easily able to be found fuse boxes. One being underneath your steering wheel. It has a cover, that you pop off, and from that point you check whether or not that fuse is found there that you're looking for. If you can't find it there, you can find it somewhere else. I'm trying to show you what the fuse panel looks like. I pulled it off and I didn't find what I was looking for. Okay, it didn't say anything about horn, and I'm going to go ahead and actually place this back. I don't want to lose my page. My book is so crispy, my owner manual, because I like to try and keep everything nice and neat, that the book just sort of closes on me. Anyways, I'm setting that to a side. I'm going to pop open the door, and I'm going to place back my fuse panel that I took off, because guess what? The fuse isn't there. Now, I'm not sure, what your opinions are about do-it-yourself work, but as far as if you ever had to check a fuse there, you could pull it like this or pull it like that, but I'd pull it like this and it simply pops off like that. So there's little clips you have to line up, but you pop them back in place. Once you pop the top back in place, you give it a little tap on the bottom and it does no damage. Okay, now in order to get to the fuse box where I need to be, you have to actually pop the hood. This is how you pop the hood on a 2021 Hyundai Elantra. Okay, I'm going to close back the door and get back to the manual to share with you what I was trying to get at. So it says there's an instrument panel fuse replacement, and then it shows something over here. This is where we're going to be going under the hood to look in the engine compartment area. And it says engine compartment panel fuse replacement, blade type fuse, so on and so forth, cartridge type, multi-fuse, main fuse. What I was happy to see here is what I was looking for, everyone. My horn fuse. Okay, I went ahead and I looked throughout these pages and I was able to find this part. Okay, and I found horn 15 amp. Okay, and I'm seeing, according to this picture, that it's going to be underneath the hood. So I'm going to know to look in this area. Once I see it, it's going to look like that. Okay, and I'm going to look here, second one down. Okay, now I'm going to put a little piece of little bookmark my book. I'm going to set my book down, and now I'm going to proceed to exit the vehicle to see whether or not my fuse is actually blown or not. And I I have a lung with me. I don't know if it's going to work. I found this on the ground yesterday. Ironically enough, it's a fuse puller. So we'll see if this works. Some vehicles have fuse pullers found right in the fuse area. Okay, now as far as the book in the manual, it showed the picture here, and it said the second one down was going to be horn. Now let's see if on the back of this cover it's actually going to show. Yes, it does show. It shows horn. So if you hold it up side by side like this to this, you can see all of your fusers. Like for example, if your wipers have an issue ever, it's going to be a 25 amp right there in the white. Okay, but I'm looking for the second one down to pull that out and see whether or not it's blown. And if it is blown, there's 3 spares that they give you. But I don't have a 15 amp. Or do I? Wait, I do have a 15 amp. Yeah, I have a 15 amp spare. Not right next to the horn, but just down below on the right. So this one is my spare one, if so. So I'm going to go ahead and try and pull this out. If I can't pull it out with this, I'm going to have to get strategic and get a pair of pliers to do it to see. Or my fingers maybe. See, why they don't have a fuse puller is really, really weird. Let's see if they do have a fuse puller here. Oh, yes, they do. Okay, fuse puller. I'm going to try their fuse puller because mine's not working. So, fuse puller is going to be this white one right here. They've included, and when you're done, put it back in here. Okay, so my fuse puller didn't work. So I'm going to try theirs because this is a new car. Pulling out. Pulling out. Pulling out. Now here's the game time to find out whether or not this fuse is actually blown. I'm going to slide it out. Or not. Look at that fuse. I can't even tell. It doesn't even look blown. It's so weird. It doesn't even look blown. Looks like this might be a service issue. So weird, but to be safe, just because it doesn't look blown to me, I can look at it later in another video. I'm going to switch out this one that I know that does work. That's fine. Okay, and I'm going to put it in here. Okay, like that. Putting it right in there. And it doesn't matter if it's upside down or straight forward. Now, if my horn ends up working, that's great. If not, you know, then I got to take it to the dealer. And just because, I mean, I'm not going to put this back here, this spare one, because I don't know if it's good or not. I'll look at it in the light and stuff. So I put the fuse puller back, okay? I have that fuse that, you know, I think might be blown, but I'm not sure. And put this panel cover back on. Okay. And what they tell you you're supposed to do before changing any fuses is to always disconnect the negative battery terminal. But because of the fact that I wanted to just swap out a fuse, I refuse to do that. Okay, so I'm going to close the hood. So I'm going to unprop this. I'm going to put that back. I'm going to gently close the hood. Like so. I'm going to take a trip back into the car because it's cold outside. Okay, so now here's test time. If the horn works, maybe the fuse was blown. I can look at it in another video. So here's the test. Unfortunately, it's a service issue. So why my horn isn't working, I don't know. This is the fuse I pulled to try and see if that was the reason why. It's not. So Hyundai, you have a problem. It's not the fuse. So it's definitely a dealer issue, a service issue, and it needs to be taken care of. So you see, it's hard to zoom in and show you what how the fuse isn't blown. But if your fuse was blown, that's how you would replace it, how I showed you. And don't forget, there's a fuse puller in there. Okay? Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe for more great videos. I'll be sure and obviously update you as to what the dealer said concerning the fuse, the horn. Not working, Hyundai. Not good. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great, wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.